Hey family, Eve here again. So family, the last video that I did, I titled it, Eve didn't cause the fall, but Adam did. I said I was going to continue that video I was going to make a continuation of that video on my next video, which is this one. So family, this is just, the title for this one will be Eve didn't cause the fall, but Adam did continued. I was just showing you guys how through Adam and Eve being one flesh, that Adam was responsible for the fall, not Eve. When you go throughout the Bible, it talks about Adam. You don't even hear Eve being mentioned, only in Genesis, only in the beginning. And like I said, I always go to the beginning of the Bible when I create my videos to show you guys what has happened, what's happening now, what's going to happen, and how God is punishing Satan and his followers for how they caused Adam and Eve to transgress in the beginning. The one, Satan, or the serpent, was the one that caused them to fall. And he received their dominion, meaning he began to rule the world that Adam was given when he was created. When he sinned or transgressed, he gave his life expectancy over to Satan, the angel of death. Adam was the first man, life. Satan was the serpent, the angel of death. So Adam's dominion over all living was given to the angel of death. That's why the book of Romans chapter 6 verse 23 says the wages of sin is death. Meaning because Adam sinned, he brought about death to all men. So that's what I was trying to show you guys, how because Adam and Eve was one flesh, that being Adam, he caused the fall, not Eve. Adam. Adam was the one that was given the command, not Eve. Adam. Eve was just an extension of Adam, how God created her as an extension. She was just a part of him because God knew of Adam's transgression before he even transgressed. He knew Adam was going to fall. He created Eve as a vessel to bring about life. That's why I said in the other video, her name is Eve, or Kava, means giver of life, life giver. And through her seed, he says she could be saved through childbearing as long as she has faith, love, self-control, and basically righteousness, meaning Jesus. Jesus is her seed. It says, the book of Genesis 3:16 says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception in sorrow. Thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. See, he's not necessarily saying she was going to be in pain for having children. Yes, she will. We have bare children in pain, but he was saying that she's going to see her children suffer in a suffering world, in a world with wickedness and sin and all of these things that was brought about through her fall, through the fall of Adam, that her children was going to suffer those things. And he told her, he said, and thou desire shall be to thy husband, he shall rule over thee. He's ruling over anyway. Her desire should be to him because she is a part of him, or he's a part of her. They're one flesh. So that's why her desire is going to be to her husband. Yeah. So it says, the book of the Bible says, the fall, Adam's single act of disobedience brought sin and death into the world, and condemnation. One trespass led to condemnation for all people. Romans 5:19 says, for as by one man's disobedience many were made sinners, so by the obedience of one shall many be righteous. See, the childbearing, I made it clear to you guys that that's Jesus, her seed. And through him, bearing him in righteousness, because he's righteousness, he's going to come. He was sent to save us from sin. Sin is the devil, or this world. Like I said, he came to save us from the world. He didn't come to save the whole world. He came to save us from the world, meaning to save us from Satan. And I told you in the book of Revelations, it says somewhere in chapter 12, I know it's in 12, that it says, and Satan deceived the whole world. meaning man. He deceived Adam and Eve. Well, he deceived Eve and brought about the fall. The world was put in the hands of Adam and Eve when they were given dominion. God said he brought everything, every living creature, everything that had life, he brought it to Adam, and Adam gave it its name. And whatever Adam called it, that's what it was. So that the world, Adam was given the world, but he gave it up to Satan when he transgressed. So family, I just wanted to show you guys that because Adam and Eve is one flesh, well, one flesh, it was Adam that caused the fall, not Eve. Yep. It says through these passages, it explains that through one man's disobedience, he caused sin to come upon the whole entire world, called everybody in the world to be disobedient. So family, with that being said, I just wanted you guys to see that it was Adam. And see, life through Jesus, perfect obedience and his sacrifice on the cross, he brought life and justification to those who have faith in him. I mean, he gave us back that life that Adam brought death. When Adam brought death, Jesus was created in the image of God, righteousness, to that life, to give us that life so that we can live, so that we wouldn't be destroyed, that all man wouldn't be destroyed. When the Bible talks about man, it's talking about people, all people. Yeah. So that's why I say Adam, the man, not Eve. He just created that part. That's a part of Adam he just created so that she can give birth, that life can continue. Jesus is that life. Even in the garden, when they ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, the tree of life was in that garden at the same time. That means Jesus was in that garden at the same time. He saw their fall coming. He did. God, he saw their fall. He knew it. Like I said, he knew they was going to fall before they even transgressed. So family, with that being said, I'm going to end this video, and I thank you guys for listening and watching my video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks. Bye.